All right, we're gonna talk about what happened with this whole Alison Chao thing.
Dude, I've been fucking with this.
Are you the most? You followed even the most latest updates? I kind of fell off maybe like 3/4 away.
When they found us. When they found her, that's the last thing I know.
So the best thing is that Alison Chao's mom, her lawyer, released this entire statement that details, like, I guess from their side, exactly what the situation is.
The best thing is that she's safe.
Can we give them a quick summary? Can we give them a...
Oh shit.
She might be the...
Last time,
Double news time.
when we were here, we made a video saying she's missing. Help us find her.
Yeah.
We need her. We need help from the community.
She's not going down her regular track.
Yeah.
She was going to
The
El
OG
Sereno.
story is she went missing. Her mama was on the news. Oh, my daughter. I can't find her. I need help from the community. And then everybody came up. Hey, we gotta do something. Monterey Park, stand up. And while we were doing JK News, they had a search party right here on Saturday. And then we did the video. They went out. They started going chasing the tracks.
Yep.
And then
saw them while we were going to the liquor store.
they were doing. Oh yeah, you saw the search party?
No. I'm just saying we didn't do shit while they did a lot.
So what they started doing was going door to door, and they started asking people for their footage or anything, and they started making a trail. And what was cool
Ring cameras.
is that you saw a updated minute by minute like map of where she was going and where she was supposed to go, because it was that morning she was supposed to go to her aunt's house
In San Gabriel.
Yeah, and there was a route there, and it went like this by Almanza Park. But then she started going this way, and I was looking, refreshing every hour, and it kept going this way. And then at first I thought maybe she's gonna go meet her online lover, and she got kidnapped.
That's what I
That's
thought.
what we thought.
That's what I thought too.
It's boyfriend for sure.
And then she kept going, and then the trail went blank, and then all of a sudden there was a big message from her mom's Instagram saying, "Oh, the police told us to like stop searching and stuff because we don't want to jeopardize the investigation. So guys, thank you very much, but we're not gonna update anything."
And that's like fishy #1, because like who the fuck, which parent calls off a search?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And what police department? Everyone in the comments were like, "Hey, I'm a detective. We never tell people to stop searching. We never do that. This is weird." That was weird, right? So then you could take it off. This is where we leave. Do you know where we're at?
Yeah. Just so we're not like, we don't sound like the oldest video on the internet about it. Here's what the actual lawyer says. It says, now, thanks to the diligence of the Monterey Park Police Department, we know that Alison was never missing, but instead abducted by her father.
Abducted though, right? Abducted.
Well, that's
too.
That's what he's arrested for.
Okay.
But you skipping too many things.
No. Like, this is just the summary of, like, if we go, then people have already seen that shit. Okay. Fine. This is like every Asian you know on YouTube's covered this all the way.
Okay.
All right, so then here's how it goes. It goes, the father misled the public during his press conference about knowledge of Alison's whereabouts during the time he reported her as missing. So the dad was the one who reported Alison missing, because in the middle of this, they were in a custody battle over Alison.
But she was in his closet the whole time?
I don't know where he exactly put her. And then it says, allowed literally thousands of concerned community members and volunteers from all over the Southland to search for her for days on end, even though he knew where she was. Permitted Monterey Park Police Department to expend their resources over a week on a search that was never needed.
Yeah.
Forced Annie and her family into every family's nightmare by lying to them and the public about her whereabouts. Allowed a GoFundMe fundraiser to raise $127,000.
Remember the McDonald's guy who quit his shift because he wanted to help look for the kid?
Even after his arrest.
True.
Publicly released the private videos of Alison during her most vulnerable moments. And that's that video that everybody saw where the cops are at the door telling her that she needs to come because she's going for like a mental, almost like a mental health care place.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was what her actual therapist said she should do. From us watching it, we were like, oh, it looks like the mom is like heartlessly trying to get her committed.
Yeah. A lot of people were reacting
But that's they have the actual documents to provide. Well, they provided documents showing that it was the assessment of the doctors that said she should do this.
Oh wow. With the court order. Okay.
Yeah, with a court order. So it wasn't like a,
That's the only way they can get a court order anyway, right?
Yeah, so the place that most people's minds are at is that is the mom evil or is the dad brainwashing Allison?
And we also heard of the bad stuff that the mom and the
She was abusive,
paternal
right?
grandpa would do.
Regarding that, yeah, there is an actual thing where Allison went to the doctors, told the doctor that her grandfather
On the mom's
on the
side.
mom's side and the mom are abusing her.
Yeah,
Conveniently though,
Really?
Yes,
That's what she
sexually,
said?
yeah.
Whoa, she said that?
conveniently
Funny.
that happened right after the dad got served divorce papers. And prior to that, Allison hadn't been to the doctor in years. So that already got investigated back then, and they deemed that to be
Like a plant from the dad.
they deemed it to be baloney, basically.
So
That's
she
already
wasn't-
over. That's
so
finished.
there wasn't sexual things.
It already got like debunked as like a
okay,
ploy.
okay.
Because he did it like right after.
She
Like,
was kind of fucked.
so they don't actually honor that assessment as like a real thing. It just got brought up now as like a thing, but
That's the worst parents.
yeah, that's already been
But I
done.
thought it was her that pulled the nurse practitioner aside, not her father.
I don't know exactly who pulled who.
So it
aside,
was
but-
so in the court document, she told the nurse practitioner that she was being assaulted, not the father saying
No,
that.
yeah, it's not the father saying it, but they've already
Oh, they wrote it-
determined
yeah,
that
yeah,
he's
yeah,
making
yeah.
her say these things. Like right after the divorce papers were served, he immediately takes her to the doctor's. Like not even a week after the
got it.
papers.
It's a move.
And she doesn't normally go to the doctor for anything.
Because I didn't read the part where her dad coerced her to tell the nurse practitioner.
That's what was ruled in the investigation that went through. Because I was, I think, over a year ago.
Oh,
And it got
skipping everything.
It got like no.
skipping all the good
Yeah.
Parents are crazy though. My parents got divorced. I was 6, and I was on tape in a courtroom showing that like me saying I wanted to be with my dad
Yeah.
on tape,
But you were lying.
and I was like, I didn't even remember that part. My mom was telling me, and then my mom's like, "Do you know?" And then she was like, and I was like, "But then how did I end up with you?" And then she was like, "Because most kids want to be with their mom." And I'm like, "How did I say that or whatever?" She goes, "You don't remember?" I'm like, "No." And she was like, "Your dad took you to get McDonald's, and then while in the truck, while you're eating in the car, in the happiest state of your life, he asked you which parent would you rather be if you had." And he had a recorder. He had a recorder underneath my chair,
Smart.
and then he was able to use that in court.
That's all it took.
And this is like 2 simpleton parents. You know, it's not like 2 masterminds. And so you just think about the type of
Yeah.
games that like actual crazy parents would do. That's fucking crazy.
So wait, you said mom to your dad's face after you bought you McDonald's?
No, I said my dad.
Oh, you said your dad.
Having a happy
He's riding
meal.
a
I'm like,
high.
oh yeah, I want to be with my dad. I want to be with you. Of
He's
course.
playing with his toy while he's saying it. My dad does.
So there's different sides to it, right? One of it on the dad, I think it's more favoring the father,
Yeah.
is when that video we all saw with the cops picking her up, right? And then he was like, well, the court says I can't physically take her or do anything. So he's like, I'm complying, but I'm not complying because I'm not gonna freaking force her to go to the mental institution.
Yeah.
So the mom, she had the full custody of the mental health stuff, but prior to that, the father had full custody. So there was some weird gray area. It was like, so she was, and Allison wasn't living with her mom. She was living with her aunt. So when her mom came out on the news saying like, yeah, she wanted to go to her aunt's house. No, she was going back home.
Okay.
That's where she was living. And then her mom just recently won the custody of making decisions for her mental health, which made it this weird thing is because what people are saying is like, well, how convenient. She's of age to choose who she wants to live with. But if you can go ahead and block that by saying, oh, well, she needs to be in an institution, then you still have the custody over her and control while she doesn't get to live with their dad.
Wow.
So that's the argument, I think, on the other side of like, this is where the conspiracy gets iffy, right?
Why did Ryan skip all that?
What about ABC7? What
I'm
about
getting to it in retrospect. This is
Everybody
man.
knows. We don't
This
wanna
is the
sound like
newest
all
thing,
these
and we're
scandals.
hella late on this shit.
Are we?
I have a question though. You know that one video where it's like she's crying. She's like, my mom abuses me, and the mom is just in the back, just like poker face.
Yeah.
Like, is that not, I guess, pulled into the deciding factor of what we think the social narrative is, that the mom is some sort of like evil lady?
It's hard to tell. They don't know because the only thing that supports that is the fact that, like it says here, The divorce papers, they were served April 9, and then the dad took her to the doctors April 24, where she made abuse allegations, and then all of them were determined to not be credible by LA County Superior after a 15-day trial. So the only thing that supports her, I guess, like they already looked into it, and also his own, like her dad's mom testified in court that she doesn't know of any like bad treatment from the mom either.
Oh wow.
So his own mom's not really backing up him, which is kind of weird too.
Because her own best friend also says like, oh yeah, the mom's also rich and she can pull strings in a lot of places.
So this letter also details that the dad is actually richer than the mom.
Wow. Damn, this is a crazy story.
Two rich people.
Honestly, I think we should stay out of this, you guys.
I'm down.
I'm not touching this one.
Oh, so it says to continue. It says that while Alison was missing, the dad hired a criminal defense attorney and scheduled a news conference, and then started the campaign for financial donations while she was missing.
While she was with
It's a
him,
little
right?
bit weird.
He's $100,000 richer.
That's insane.
Like the dad's richer than mom by
It's a weird-
$127,000 of GoFundMe.
It's a weird fucking game that they're playing too, right? Because the idea of her going to ABC 7 when she was found, like whose idea was that?
Well, that was the thing. I think is she wanted to tell her own story. So a lady that saw her right before she got into the studio, she's the one that called the cops.
But she wanted to tell her own story, or somebody told her to tell her own story of his.
We don't know, but the lady regrets calling the cops because Alison wasn't able to just go into the news station and tell her story. So she cock-blocked her.
This is what happens when people get involved in not their own business.
Mind your own goddamn
Knows
business.
where it fucking belongs.
So it says here that the court has already determined that Mr. Chao has superior financial resources than Annie, and that he's lying when he says he doesn't have the money to pay for more attorneys.
I'm with Nick. Let's stay out of this
Let's
one.
stay out of this one. Who has the better network?
Let's dive deeper.
Because you know what they say, your network
Well, also-
is your
Net worth.
net worth.
I heard it
Thank you.
before.
Yeah.
The lawyer, one of the controversies is that the lawyer isn't working in the best. So Alison has her own lawyer, but she's not working in the best interest of Alison. She's working biased in cahoots with Alison's mother. So one of the people, they're like, let's just get a whole new lawyer then. That's what the GoFundMe was for.
For her to get a new lawyer?
Alison to get a new lawyer.
But why do they need to do a GoFundMe?
I don't know. Maybe
That's the thing
I didn't know
that
that they were that rich.
That's the thing that they're saying is that the court already recognized that he has more money than Annie. So they're
he's
like,
just-
why don't you just get a lawyer rather
if
than
you're
make
that
the
rich.
public pay for your lawyer?
yeah.
He's pragmatic.
Which is
It's Annie is the mom.
Annie's the
yeah,
daughter.
Annie's the mom.
No,
Allison's
wait. Allison the daughter. Yeah.
Annie's mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot take. Annie, scale of 1 to 10, go.
What do
Like
you mean?
how good of a mom she is?
How much of a
Sure.
crazy bitch she is?
What?
I'm with you. I know what you're going for here, and I'm gonna go 8.
What the fuck?
And I'm gonna add to that, wood.
Absolutely.
The reason the dad got arrested, I mean, besides the kidnapping thing, is that he falsified all the police reports that they were trying to find her. So you can't just lie, obviously, to the
Yeah.
police about stuff. And
Oh, and then where they left, like at the end, conveniently, it's on the same street that her dad used to own a house,
Yeah.
and her grandpa
El
lives
Sereno area?
like a block away.
yeah.
Yep. So maybe she was staying with grandpa.
Isn't this also one of those moments where you're just like, to the auntie that she's supposedly living with, like, what's your vote? What's your take?
She
Yeah,
did
what did
come
she
out
say?
and talk.
What did she say?
She did come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in favor of the father or the mom?
The father, that's his father, that's her sister.
Auntie out of 10.
I didn't
the one
see
with the
auntie.
glasses.
Can I see a photo of the auntie? But
Big fan glasses.
What?
They had a press conference with the dad and a bunch of Allison's friends.
blind box.
And her friends came out and said some shit.
What did they say?
About the parents?
It seems like they're both fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,000%.
like very obviously.
Poor girl. She seems like
that's
she's
what's-
definitely in the middle.
That's
you
what's
know?
kind of interesting is that there's so much like that guy Ed.
Yeah.
He was like putting out all this investigative reports on it, and
who's
then
that guy?
people started fucking with him.
I think
Yeah.
he just does social media like that, and he kind of like champions
like
different Asian stories.
He
and
was
stuff.
definitely like, I don't want to say steering the narrative, but was some of the videos of like him.
He's very pro dad.
Yeah. So when I saw that video, I was like, I don't know if I trust his take, just because he seemed like he was trying to get an angle. Like he was really supporting
He's
the
just
dad.
negging the mom because he would.
Yeah, 1000%.
It's hard to it's hard to take either side in this because
Yeah.
they both seem really fucked up.
The dad was
Whenever it's
doing
a
some
custody-
fishy stuff.
Whenever it's a divorce case, it's like, it's so weird, right?
Because
Because
innocence.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
except for the
at
girl.
the end of the day, the kid, you guys are fucking this kid over from your battle.
But they don't care. They'll do whatever it takes.
But it is
Yeah.
pretty like weird that the dad made that whole thing of like, let's not take sides. Like let's just focus on Annie's safety, knowing that he's hiding her. It's
a
pretty
good
sick.
move.
It's a great move. But what was his angle? What was he gonna do?
Yeah, what's the end game? Like
What was he gonna do?
Like no one's gonna figure this out?
Plan, I guess. Yeah, that's
This is
what
a
I got.
really bad
The
plan.
end game might have been the fundraiser.
I don't know if he's already rich.
He's already rich.
Weird.
I
That's
think
how
it's
you stay
attention.
rich.
That is how you stay rich.
I think it's attention because I think he lost full custody. I think she
that's
was going to
true.
be institutionalized. I think as a last ditch effort, he needed to rile up attention in order to get other eyes on the case.
So yeah, it says that the dad was undermining the relationship with the mom, and the court awarded the mom sole physical custody because of that. Because they were able to find that like, oh, you're manipulating her to hate mom. So not that the court's always right, but that's what they found in this.
That's what I did find interesting is before this whole thing went down is she won full custody.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, if she was this evil molesting mom, then how the fuck did the courts allow her to take full custody when she was actually living at dad?
Yeah, if she was a fiddler and a diddler, how would that happen?
And that's the reason how is that like they failed to like, I mean, at the time that everyone had found out about that report that she had like said she was being abused, no one knew that already got finished in an
Right.
investigation and a 15-day trial. Like that was left out. Everyone's like, "Ooh, I discovered this like secret thing." Like no, it's like that's old news. So that's why she got full custody past that. But the most interesting thing is that there's so much like hearsay everywhere, but this is the first time that there's like a legal document being released, like a statement from a lawyer. So it'll be interesting to see what the dad's lawyer releases.
I would love to just hear the story from her.
Yeah,
herself.
seriously.
Well, I think that's the interesting part is that the court already kind of recognizes that Alison's story is heavily influenced and manipulated by the dad. So maybe that's
The
why.
therapist saying she needs to go to the mental
And I
mental
think the
institution.
reason for that is like I think what I was reading was that the mental institution is a place where they can figure it out with both parents not fucking with her.
She being a safe space.
I think it's that. It's not like she just needs to be in like a box with a straitjacket. No, it's like she needs to exit this situation and then
'Cause they're both a little
receive
toxic.
help. Yeah, she just needs help.
Definitely.
She should have went to kick out 9. They
Didn't
would
the
have taken her.
therapist get interviewed? The therapist was interviewed about the mom, and the therapist said would. That's what I heard.
We tried. We tried a little bit. We tried.